This is kind of where it all started. The whole midterm rental business started right here. This was our first ever midterm rental, was this house here. This was the first house we placed a family in just over 2 years ago. Furnishing this home 2 weeks after you had a baby. Neither one of us had ever furnished a home before because we lived in a fifth wheel RV. We spent a lot of money that we didn't need to spend. We could have furnished it a lot cheaper and still had just as good a quality of stuff, but that's the cost of learning. It's dark. Like these are brand new chairs there that are tore up by kitty cats. On here, what if you just take a lighter and it'll just burn those threads back. It'll clean. I don't, but if you take a lighter and just kind of like run up and down a little bit, it'll just like.
We have workman's comp insurance.
Take the chair outside. Take the chair outside. All of a sudden it burns the house.
What if it's really flammable? Like, wait a minute.
So yes,
it's on the back of the couch. Yeah,
but like the chair there a bit, but you could probably almost do the same thing here, but yeah.
Did you see the carpet? They just replaced it over by that door, and it's like all tore up.
Yeah. Tore it up right there a bit. Well, shoot. Oh well. This hallway is so much brighter. We had the original lights was like these things in this hallway, so it was just dark for like ever since we owned it. And then we came in and put new lights in and just like totally changed the look of it. So we're at one of our homes here in Nampa. We had a family living in here for a bit. They moved out. The home was pretty bad. It was quite a bit of damages, really, really dirty. They moved out a few days ago. We had cleaners come in, carpet cleaners came in. Jennifer, one of our team members, making sure the house is ready. But we're supposed to be filming content here at this property with Pace Morby today. And this is the property that started the whole midterm rental business of ours. It all started in this property. But it's still just a box, still just a house. You can go buy another house down the street. Smells clean in here.
Yeah. No, it smells better. It does. Okay. Much better.
Is that the main thing? Was it the carpet down there and the chairs and couch?
Well, yeah, there was urine all over the side of the couch.
Oh, yeah.
On the carpet right here.
Okay.
Downstairs in the living room was the worst for the urine. The urine spot was like pretty big, and the amount of hair that came out of there. So
we haven't replaced the carpet in the living room down here, did we? Or did we?
Oh, not since I've been here.
Okay.
So these two bedrooms have different bedspreads because they were stained. Okay, I wanted to make sure it was okay.
No,
but
I think
it smells better in here.
Yeah. No, I think it's fantastic.
Okay, cool.
Where's the switch for these? There we go.
Have fun.
Thanks.
See you later.
Thank you. Check this out over here. Interesting. Never seen one of them before. Child lock or something. These blinds are all messed up. Keys. Let's look at out here step outside, where the dog supposedly got out and the dog police got called. We dug under the gate here, so we installed some dog stoppers. That should work. Do we still have the stick in here? Oh, the stick even disappeared. So we had in this sliding glass door here, you know how most sliding glass doors are, they don't lock very well. And so we had a stick in the bottom down here. It's just kind of an extra safety thing. And we had a family move in, and the lady was extremely upset that there was a stick in the door, and the lock didn't work very good, as most sliding glass doors don't. But we had a stick in the door here for a safety thing, and she thought that was just absolutely ridiculous that we didn't have a better door in this home and we had to have a stick there. And it was funny because there was a dozen other things that she wanted to make sure we had a Keurig in the home. She was really upset that we didn't have a Keurig, and they wanted 20 pillows, and it was a lot. And finally we ended up just kind of drawing the line. We supplied a lot of stuff to really help them out and to satisfy what they wanted, but we kind of had to draw the line at one point and just say, okay, this is what it is, this is what it's not. That's for her to go under the table for the umbrella. The umbrella's in the garage. Oh, this refrigerator's pulled out. Why is this out so far? Excuse me. I don't ever hook the water lines up on our refrigerators, and I had a family living in here for quite a lot of months, and they pulled the refrigerator out and hooked the water line up. And so when they moved out, I ended up taking it off. But the reason I don't is because I house so many families because of floods in homes. The refrigerators flood, the water lines break, and so that's extra risk for us. Oh, these are the famous handles here. The video I did that got however many millions of views because talking about the handle. They never drilled that secondary hole that was needed up there. When the home builder charges you another $8,000 to put fancier cabinet handles on, but realizes, oh, they don't even need to drill a second hole there. And these were supposedly installed here by the builder as the upgraded hardware. What's up? Anything? Oh, well.
Oh, well, they were here for like a week and a half.
I know, but what do you do about it besides fix it and build it?
Talk to your viewers about that. How do you, because a lot of people get really upset about damages to their homes, so how do you handle it?
Damages to homes, it sucks and it's annoying, but it's something that is going to happen. You have to accept that, but yes, put precautions and put things in place to try to minimize it. But it's part of it. It's what it is. We're gonna have to repair what we need to repair, replace what we need to replace. But in the long haul, the profit still outweighs the damages. And damages are going to happen. You can't minimize them completely. It sucks, it's annoying. It's like, come on people, just take a little bit better care of the stuff. But not everybody does that. So this is where we are.
I kind of wanted to DoorDash some coffee.
DoorDash coffee from where?
I don't know, wherever there's coffee. Okay, ask me.
It can't while you're on your phone.
I'll answer still.
It can't while you're on your phone. Put the phone down. You can DoorDash coffee if you want. There's no human being close by. They're all already on the other side of Nampa.
Way far away?
Yeah, they're a long ways away. Once we finish up here, we can go right by one. But they're all a long ways away.
What do you want to ask me?
I don't know. When we furnish this home for the first time, stop laughing. I guess my question would be, what made you want to move forward and furnish this home? When that family reached out and they needed a home for 2 or 3 months, what made you want to go ahead and move forward and actually just furnish this whole home and use it as a furnished rental?
We had to rent it out, so we were desperate.
But we also had to put money into furnishing to furnish it.
Right after we had put a bunch of money into getting it out of foreclosure. Right, wasn't that right?
Yeah.
Right before that.
Yeah, it was before that, actually. We didn't even know it was in foreclosure at that time.
Oh, had they moved in already?
Yeah, they'd already moved in. They were already living in here.
So yeah, I mean, we spent 20 in furnishings?
It's 20, 25 more so. But we could have just rented it out as a long-term rental and kind of tried to cover our payment. But why did we end up wanting to invest the money in the furnishings on it?
I'm trying to remember. I know why. So why did we even? How did you even learn about midterm rentals? Because you knew it because we weren't advertising it as a midterm rental.
I was on the one site. So from Tanisha.
Okay, I know, but how did you even know before you talked to
just
Tanisha?
being in sub 2.
And you're like, oh, someone's posting about midterm rentals.
Yeah, and so it was just a part of being in sub 2 is when I heard about it.
Oh yeah, well, and I remember like Landon Moore would call agents, and he's like, "Oh, we work with insurance companies."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, what's that?"
Yep. And so I think for me,
I think we were intrigued by it, right?
Yeah, and it was like,
I don't think the thought was in our clearly in our head, like, "Oh, this might become a whole business," but I think there was probably something there in the back of our head that we just weren't aware of. But we're always the kind of people that, "Oh, that sounds like that's kind of cool. It's different. I love different things than what everybody else is doing." So it's like that's probably added to the attraction without actually thinking about it.
Yeah, and I think with furnishing it, to make the decision to invest that money in furnishing, because we was also kind of hurting for funds a little bit.
We were kind of broke, so that was a big deal to put a lot of money into furnishing.
I think it was, well, part of it was because it got approved. We priced it good.
We're like, okay, if we're going to furnish it, we're going to price it here, and then they approved it, and we're like, oh shoot, now we gotta go furnish it. And we told them they can move in this weekend. But we kind of just did that. We never had all the answers for everything. We're like, oh, I'm just gonna throw this out there and see if it works, and I'll deal with the consequences later.
It was a higher number than what it should have been technically, but we just threw the number out there and they approved it. So then we had to go furnish it. So I think it was kind of that fact, because we're like, if they stay in here for 3-4 months, that'll pay for the furnishings, and then we have the furnished house, and then we can continue renting it as a furnished house. And our investment is now we have our funds back that we put out.
Yeah.
And so I think that's kind of where our thing was. But no, as far as building it into any big business, we weren't there. That wasn't the mindset we had at the time necessarily. This was our first ever midterm rental, was this house here. This was the first house we placed a family in just over 2 years ago, was the first family we placed in here. And so this was the first one we turned into a midterm rental. We lived in one. The other two are longer term rentals right now. But yeah, this is kind of where it all started. The whole midterm rental business started right here. Furnishing this home 2 weeks after you had a baby. Neither one of us had ever furnished a home before, because we lived in our fifth RV for the past 3.5 years, leading up to this. And so it was all new to us. And so we spent a lot of extra money on furnishings that we didn't need to spend, but we didn't know different. We didn't know it different, The king size bed in the master bedroom up there, I paid $700 for that bed frame. And that's insane. It's just ridiculous. But it's a beautiful wood bed frame, but I didn't need to spend that much money on a wood bed frame. But I didn't know. I had no idea. I just walked into the discount furniture store and I'm like, give me that bed, give me that dresser, give me that dresser. And then the dressers were $400 or $500 a piece or more for the dressers that are in there. And so we spent a lot of money that we didn't need to spend. We could have furnished it a lot cheaper and still had just as good a quality of stuff. But that's the cost of learning. And now we've been able to grow to a point where we can start hiring people to do some of those things. And with a business, it's don't always necessarily hire to make more money, hire to buy back your time. And with us hiring Jennifer, it bought back a lot of hours of our time, because now we don't have to go make sure the houses are ready to go. We don't have to go do all that. She's doing that.
We're like, oh, we're going to be filming here. This needs to be ready to go. And before we would have...
Yeah, we would have
been here all night with the kids.
We would have been here doing it.
And now we can just show up and it's ready. It's so nice.
Yeah, and now we can spend our time on bigger problems in the business. The bigger problems, the growth of the business.
Adjusters.
Dealing with insurance adjusters that are trying to not pay us on stuff and things like that, So we start dealing with the bigger problems. But when you're starting out, you can't just go hire everybody. You have to start out and you have to go through that grind, unless you just have tons of money. But you got to go through that. And we built this with our own funds. In this business, we self-funded the whole business. On the real estate side, we brought in lenders, but the business, we self-funded it. And by self-funding it, we have to be able to, got to have cash flow, and you got to have money to be able to pay people. And when you're thinking of hiring someone, think, will this take stuff off of my plate so I can go do other things? And versus, will this make me more money if I hire this person? Think about it as in time. There's all the money out there in the world, but there's a very limited amount of time. So start figuring out what takes the time off of your plate and hire for that. This doggy door had the home builders of this house, they don't do stuff super well. They didn't seal up around the doggy door. Either they put it in or someone else put it in later. And we had a really big rainstorm and there was water all over this floor here because the way the roof is out there, it comes down and there's no gutter on it. So the water runs down the siding and runs right there and just flooded this whole room. That was the first family we had living in here, just flooded this whole room. And because the builder, they didn't put a rain gutter on that little roof up there. So doggy doors can be great, but yeah, it literally flooded this home. Had to get a dryers in here and stuff to get it dried out and cleaned out. The first family that I had in this home, I actually tried to buy their home a few months prior. I had made an offer on their home, and in my offer was no inspection period, no inspection, and it didn't go through. Thankfully, the offer didn't work for them. But then a few months later, I get a call of a family needing a place to stay. They needed a place to stay. Well, come to find out, it was the home that I tried to buy, and I would have did no inspection. The reason they ended up out of their home is because a person who was buying the home did a home inspection and found out there was water damage, $150,000 of water damage in their home. And they ended up being out of their home for 6 months. And if I would have purchased that home with no home inspection, then that would have been my issue to deal with. And so never, ever purchase a home without a home inspection. And so that was a learning lesson for me that I didn't get to buy the home, but then later I ended up housing the family. And it really stuck with me, the importance of needing to do home inspection. We have a big event that we're doing tonight, and we have 250 people registered for it so far, so we're looking between 200 and 300 people there. Also, Pace Morby, Jamil Damji, they are coming into town. We're supposed to be filming content with Pace Morby today as well, which is super exciting. And so that's what today is going to look like. It's not the average, ordinary Friday for us. It's a little bit different. So, rocks on the table that I would like to pick up, clean up some of these, some of the trashy stuff.
It could just look a little more.
Yeah, it's not much, but main thing is these rocks to be swept off of here. Then these little pieces of wood and stuff that dogs tore up. But that's really it. Oh, are you gonna pick that up or are you just gonna leave it?
I'm gonna leave it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think it's good. Here, over here, Eric. Spoon in the rock. Yep, you get little trash pieces along the, I'm going to pick this up just so it's not laying out here. Little trash pieces along the fence. Yeah. If people get annoyed at us for being too picky on stuff, deal with it. Is there people there?
What are you guys doing with this?
It's a rental.
Oh, just regular rental?
Furnished. So we do midterm housing. How are you?
Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, good to see you.
It's a mic for you. What are you doing with your hair? You growing it out?
I cut it.
You cut it. There's
Where do you
something
want
different
this?
about
Right.
it. Looks good.
Right there?
Yes, sir. I think-
How was the drive over? Snowy,
What's
icy.
up, dog? What's your name?
Eric.
Eric?
Yep.
How you doing,
Good
man?
to meet you.
Idaho boy?
Yeah, since I was 12, I've been here.
From where?
Texas before that.
Nice.
Dallas, Fort Worth area.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
They call me Brown Eric.
Hey.
Brown Eric? I used to have a guy on my team full time named Eric. So. You got him mic'd up? Okay, let's go.